What's up? We back. We here. What Sibling Rivalry podcast? What's up, sister? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Let them know who you are.
I'm Shonda Scott, Kente's sister.
Yeah, I'm Kente Scott, Shonda's brother. Yeah, twinning in 2019.
And we What Sibling Rivalry.
The podcast up in here again. So we're just hanging out. You know what we do here. We talk. We chop it up like they almost on a phone call with
We
us.
take them back down memory
We take them
lane.
back down memory lane. We're going to talk about current events. We appreciate y'all joining in. Subscribe. It's what we do. So we're going to start it off. We're going to go down memory lane a little bit. Let me ask you. When we were growing up, what was your favorite cartoon?
Growing up, favorite cartoon?
Okay,
Okay,
we do this.
Okay.
We do, as little kids, what was your favorite? Then, as you got a little older, if you still even dabbled in cartoons.
Wow. Okay. We're going first, younger.
Younger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jackson 5.
Jackson 5.
I love the Jackson 5. I mean, I wish they had never canceled the Jackson 5 cartoon. Like, young people should have been watching that because it was just cute and fun.
Yeah. And it was all like...
And I don't think I've, until the Parkers, I don't know if there were any other African-American, all African-American. The Parkers, Fat Albert, and then in Jackson 5, I don't know any other all African-American cast animation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. And then the Jackson 5 was only on for like one season.
Really?
That was only one season.
Well, they had a lot of reruns because I watched it all the time. It was funny. I'd wake mommy and daddy up in the morning, 7 o'clock.
The Jackson.
Get up, watch the Jackson.
But no, you had one before that. Because I never saw it, but you would talk about this cartoon before the Jackson.
What?
It was Simba?
No, Kimba. And that was not before the Jackson. That was later on.
Okay.
Right,
See, I never saw it. So I always felt like that was the urban myth.
I would watch that after school. The Kimba, the Lion King. So he was the original Simba.
Lion King? Okay.
But he was Kimba, the Lion King, and I would eat animal cookies. The pink and white ones with the sprinkles on them.
So you would eat the lions
while
you were watching the lions?
That was kind of weird. I don't know what that was about. But I always remember, like, why was I eating animal cookies?
That's the only time you would eat animal cookies when you was watching Kimba?
I may have eaten them all the time, but I remember I ate them during watching the show. And I was like,
you was like the lion. You was like, I should eat the giraffe now.
Right. Trying to figure out what it is.
Fun. My favorite growing up was Underdog.
Oh,
Underdog.
Underdog will save the day.
Because he was like the first low-key rapper. He was like the first cartoon.
I didn't see him that way.
Holly's in trouble. I am not slow. It's hip, hip, hip. And the way I go.
Oh, yeah, but Underdog was funny.
Underdog was funny. And then they had Polly Purebred and all the little it was
Polly
like
Purebred.
it was like little snippets. And he was like, and the funny thing he would do, like he was a shoe shine boy. Which means he was a brother at the time. And he would get the money and he would bite it. And I remember I did that one time and bit a quarter and almost
broke your tooth.
Yeah, almost broke my tooth. I was like, why would he do that?
That's why you had to have braces.
Yeah. Well, no, I had to have braces because my teeth looked like a crowded subway car.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting to
Everyone
that
who says Kente has a perfect smile, it's like, he only has 18 teeth in his mouth.
I have 24. Disrespectful. Everybody else has 32.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But people are like, we love your smile. And I'll be like, thank my mom and daddy. Because if you'd have seen me from the age of 8 to 12, you'd have been like, good Lord.
Okay.
Look like a shark in his mouth.
Right.
Yeah, my teeth look like an
Jaws.
NBA. Yeah, it looked like an NBA paint. Looked like NBA players fighting for a rebound in my mouth. It looked like a Sports Illustrated hover shot. You'd be like, oh yeah, that's Kareem right there. No, that's a bicuspid.
So that was, like I said. So yeah, Underdog was funny. And then growing up, of course, I'm amazed at the Simpsons. That they are like one of the longest running TV shows. Not even, cartoons, they probably take it to another level, but
it's the longest running TV show.
But some of the content, it's incredible how they have the vision that they have.
Yeah.
Because I think they had episodes with Donald Trump as president before he actually even was a candidate.
Yeah.
And then ran.
Yeah.
And won.
So he might have.
It might have been.
He might have been like, hey, wait a minute. That sounds like a good idea.
Not a bad idea.
The Simpsons said it, so maybe I'll run.
So it's true, but that's not the only thing. They've had a few things on there that they've said.
They have it's like a Simpsons. If you Google the Simpsons prophecies, you can see all the stuff that they've said is going to happen since they've started 30 years ago, and like it's been like a lineage of them that have come true. That have been like on point. They've almost said it. I'm like, well, what Simpsons need to tell me my lottery numbers.
Right.
I want the money. and because they outlasted the longest running TV show before them, which was the Flintstones.
How do I forget the
The
Flintstones?
Flintstones
Oh
was
my
the business.
goodness, I love
Yeah,
the
the
Flintstones.
Flintstones.
And I can't
Yes.
remember. I don't think who did I like on the Flintstones.
Was it Barney and what was Barney's wife name?
Wilma.
Not
Somebody I
Wilma.
didn't.
Betty.
Somebody got on my nerve on
Betty
the
Rubble.
Flintstones, but I always watched the Flintstones. Like,
Who got it? Oh, Mr. Slate.
no, it wasn't a character. It was one of the main characters. I can't
Oh.
remember now because I just, overall,
Well,
I just
Barney was
had good
kind of low
memories.
key, nerdy. He used to get
Barney
on my little
reminded
nerves.
me. He was. I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Barney always reminded me of Uncle Felton.
Yeah,
like
he
the
reminded me of
Red
Uncle
Rock.
Felton.
For some reason, I always
Yeah.
thought Barney was cool. I thought he was just a nice guy.
Right,
He always
right.
was just the nice guy.
Yeah.
Fred would always go from.
Yeah.
Fred kind of reminded me of Papoose. He
Yeah,
would
Fred was
go
a little
like from
bullyish.
0 to 60.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a bully.
Maybe it was Wilma that I was kind of. Wilma was okay.
Wilma was.
But I love Pebbles and Bam Bam. I really got more into it when they had Pebbles. I thought that
when
was
they
a
had the
cute little
babies. Yeah.
dynamic.
I always liked Dino.
Dino
was the dude.
So the funniest one. Okay, this is why I remember the Flintstones because I always remember this. So remember when Fred was on the diet and he was going to like before Weight Watchers, it was the Flintstones Weight Watchers version, and he started cheating, and everywhere he showed up, the group would be in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
They would be following him.
Yeah.
And I always laughed. I'm always using that comparison. And people were like, it's like the Flintstones when Fred was cheating, and that group was always like his conscience everywhere he went.
They were like, what are you talking about?
And then the time when Dino was in love with the Hollywood star, and he was a fanning out, and then he saw her without her makeup and her lashes, and freaked out.
He was like, that was true. That was a real brother right there. Like, wait a minute. You're not the woman I fell in love with.
And speaking of cartoon stalkers, I used to love Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew on Looney Tunes was the best. Like, I did not know Pepe Le Pew was not really speaking French
until you learned French.
Until learn French. And he was like, "Les pant, les heave." And I was like, you just throw a lay in front of it. That was it. That was the business.
Well, remember when Pepe? That's what I'm saying. Remember Pepe was in love with the woman, and then Pepe. He smelled, so he thought he was fine and gorgeous, but he had a little scent about him. So he would always come up on the women, and they're like, they would like him, and he's like savoir faire, and he would romance him. And then all of a sudden they start smelling, and they're like, oh no! But then one episode, Pepe fell into a blue paint,
and he was
blue, swollen. And he was all cute and swollen and smelled good, and all the women were after him, and then he did just like a man. Then he didn't want the women. He was running from them the same way because then she fell in the water and turned into a stray cat. And then she was like, hey.
He was like, hey, no, I'm sorry, no. You was somebody
else. It's like
else.
seeing somebody and loving somebody in high school and then seeing them 30 years later, and you're like, that's why I had a crush on.
You know you still like me. Like, nah, I think I'm cool now.
And you were a late bloomer, and they were like, they were the maxed out in high school, and are they the guy that maxed out in high school, and you come back and you're like, oh, you're not who I thought you were. You didn't become who I thought you were going to become.
And they be chasing you.
And they're like, and now you're who? Yeah. Okay.
Like, so what's your number? What's happening with you?
So that's Pepe Le Pew in the blue paint.
Pepe Le Pew. It was another one. I used to like, it's one like episode of Tom and Jerry that's my favorite. Because, they never talk, but they would always have like everybody else around them would talk. Like the dogs would talk or their family members talk. And Jerry had a uncle that came with a guitar. And he came in, he had the Yosemite Sam mustache. He like, hey there, nephew, play this song. And he got pop him on the chord and he did ride. Crambo, and he had a stutter. Man, pop him on the chord and he did ride. Crambo, pop him on the chord and he did ride.
Okay. We get it.
I got to do the whole thing. No, let it ride. Let it live. That's the hard part right there. And he broke his string. He's like, I can't play without no guitar string.
And then when Jerry got rid of his
and he went to go, he went and chased Tomcat for all his whiskers. Oh. And he was like, all right, nephew, I'm going on TV to do my song. And they was laughing because they were watching on TV and he's doing his song and he's like, I'm going, bing, and Tom falls out like, and his uncle reaches through the TV screen and pulls off his last whisker and finishes the song. That's my favorite episode of any cartoon ever. I will be hollering every time it comes on. I got my daughter saying,
I wasn't a big Tom and Jerry fan.
Me neither, but that one is amazing.
Okay, just like I didn't like the Roadrunner and the Coyote. Because I never did like the Roadrunner. Mm-hmm. But the Coyote would always just be, he was so abused that after a while, it wasn't funny. But then Tom and Jerry was the same like cat and mouse show. But I never disliked Jerry. And like Tom, I just kind of was neutral on both of them. But it was always,
I never liked Tom. But the funny thing is, I didn't like when Tom and Jerry were friends.
I didn't like that's true. That
I was like, this is whack.
Right,
no, nobody want them to be friends.
Right.
And I didn't like the Roadrunner because I was like, Wile E. Coyote got all this money to buy everything from Acme. Why don't he just buy a chicken dinner?
Right.
Roadrunners ain't even got a lot of meat on them. He was like, he would buy like bombs and rockets and
try to get the road.
Everything, super rocket skates and all this stuff just in case of Roadrunner. I'm like, you can go to McDonald's and get a 2-piece.
But that's just like life.
Isn't it like
people will chase whatever the thing you don't need or doesn't matter. You could have all these other great things that you're not grateful for.
Right.
But that one thing you don't have is what you're going to spend your whole life chasing, and you get depressed about, you get upset about. They're like,
the message.
You got 20 other things. You got 100. You got 99 things, and that one problem is the one you're going to rest
on. Everybody got a Roadrunner. Focus on your Acme.
Right.
And you'll be good. That's a good point.
Right.
Good one. And then as we got older, I like cartoons like you wasn't watching these like G.I. Joe and He-Man and what was it?
The only thing G.I. Joe was good for is that he was my Black Barbie's boyfriend, because you had G.I. Joe action doll.
Yeah. But G.I. Joe, and they had Yo-Joe, and they had like Snake Eyes and all that.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch any of those.
Yeah, they had what was it? It was
because I really wasn't big on cartoons after a while.
Yeah.
You know, like I just wasn't. I did like going when Austin was little, my son. I did like going to all the movies that came out that were cartoons. That was fun and entertainment. Then after he got a certain age, I was over it. He was over it.
And the funny part was, I've always been comic book fan, cartoon fan. So as my daughter Tyler got older, I was like, dang, now I can't go to the cartoon because I don't want to be that weird dude in the movie theater. Like, Mama, he don't have nobody with him. And he's just sitting here laughing too loud. So I had to wait for them all to come out like on DVDs or Netflix.
Thank God for Netflix.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, you don't want to be that one dude. Let me get one ticket for The Little Mermaid. Like, Mama, what's that?
What is wrong?
Why is he got his popcorn in his lap?
Right. They'd have to have the Fairyland rule. Yeah. So Fairyland in Oakland is like what inspired Disneyland. They have a rule that if you come to Fairyland, you have to be accompanied by a child. Yeah. Like you can't just come to Fairyland like, I'm just going to come there and
Fairyland,
go.
We're going to make some phone calls.
Right.
You stay right there, sir. We're going to make this quick phone call. Yeah, it's 3 digits. They'll be here to see you in a second. But yeah, but it's even the cartoons have changed on how they deliver their message. Like I don't even know, like cartoons before they kind of had a message, like to the kids. Now it's like almost like commercialized.
Like Cat Dog. Like what is it? I never understood Cat Dog. My son Austin loved Cat Dog. I'm like, I don't get how are you a cat and a dog? Although he does give credit to his Uncle Kente for introducing him to Family Guy, who by chance has everybody's reality on there. He's like, oh, Austin talks when he was younger. He's like, oh, Mommy, did you know such and such happened? I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen. That's true. He's like, how did you? I've learned that on Family Guy. I'm like, so don't try to justify the Family Guy with this one episode.
Austin used to come to LA. It was
every summer.
Every summer it was our uncle nephew bonding time. And Family Guy will be on. Now, I forgot to tell him the disclaimer. Don't tell your mama. Because he would come back to Oakland and think he could turn on Family Guy.
Well, I'm glad you weren't the uncle telling him not to tell his mother stuff. So I'm glad he's fine.
I forgot. I was like, he ain't gonna trip. Because Tyler would be watching Family Guy.
I didn't even know about Family Guy. Then I saw when he told me, I was like, really?
Yeah.
Really? There was an episode where the dog was in love with the mom.
The dog
is having an affair with the mom, and it's all this whole little dynamic between her being an animal lover and an animal luster.
Animal luster. Yeah. I mean, they gotta learn something.
Right. But then,
he had his uncle there to talk about it.
Right.